It was him, yet it wasn't. He realized that he had to be the one to pass through the threshold. He had to be the one to take responsibility.
Ugh.
Kathy?
I'd ask if I was dead, but I can tell right away that this place isn't nearly hot enough.
Thank God. Are you okay?
Just peachy. How long was I out?
4 days.
Fuck. What about...
Mildred's okay. Don't worry.
That's a relief. The bike then?
It was pretty beat up, but Dad fixed it. It's standing out in the parking lot.
But he hates me. Why'd he do that?
I'd be the first to admit that you're not his favorite person, but he happens to love this gal. And I'll tell you, she pouted real bad at him.
You didn't have to do that, E.
You're right. I didn't, but I wanted to. Sometimes people care. Everything doesn't always have to be some cynical tit for tat.
I guess not.
So, I heard about Lucas.
Don't remind me. He wanted to be a team and I turned him down. If I'd had his back that night, maybe he'd still be alive.
Or you'd both be dead. You know better than to blame yourself like this, Kathy.
Maybe so, but it doesn't matter. It's over. I'm finished. This medical bill will be the final nail in my coffin.
What's up with the defeatist attitude, Detective? That's not how we usually solve a case, is it?
You don't really want to help, E. You're just feeling guilty because I got myself hurt.
No, that has nothing to do with it. The Soothsayer killed Lucas. He was my friend too. Are we really going to let this monster get away with what they did to him?
What's this? Dusting off the good old eye for an eye, are you, E?
No, this is about doing the right thing. The Soothsayer has to be stopped. Despite our faults, we've always made a great team. And it's time for us to step up. For Lucas. What do you say?
Well, I say we better get some heavy painkillers or we won't get far. I feel like I've been through a grinder.
That's the spirit. Hey, doctor, we've got a girl here in need of some heavy drugs. Stat.
That's the last thing I thought I'd ever hear come out of your mouth.
I'll go grab some lunch while you guys talk, okay?
Sure. See you in a bitty. All right, lay it on me, Doc. How bad is it?
You've suffered 2 rib fractures and some cuts and bruises, but your most serious condition is what's called a subdural hematoma, a buildup of blood on the surface of the brain.
Oh, fuck. That sounds serious.
It is. Most cases are treated with cranial surgery to drain the blood and alleviate the pressure. However, your hematoma is relatively small, and its location makes surgery a greater risk, so we chose a more conservative approach, managing it with medication and closely monitoring the results.
All right. How has the condition progressed?
We performed an MRI yesterday, and the good news is that the hematoma has shrunk in size. We believe it will heal on its own, but I would advise that you remain here under observation for at least 2 weeks.
That won't fly, Doc. Money is an issue. Can I check myself out and continue the treatment on my own?
Technically, yes. We can prescribe some corticosteroid pills to help manage the symptoms. I wouldn't recommend this course of action, though. You'd have to sign an AMA form.
Against medical advice, yeah. I'm aware of how that works. What risk should I know about?
Well, physical exertion and additional head trauma may exacerbate the injury, resulting in severe headaches, confusion, and loss of consciousness. If you're unlucky, it may even be fatal.
Well, damn. Guess I better take it easy. What about this neck brace thing?
Oh, that's just standard procedure in cases like this. Those x-rays came back clean, so you can safely remove it.
All right, good. Let's get that form then, Doc.
Very well. Oh, and before I forget, there was a young police officer here looking for you. He said he knew you?
Sounds like Josh. Thanks for the heads up. All right, all dolled up and ready to go. Time to get out of this joint. Geez, I'm popular. If I knew I'd get this many visitors, I'd have crashed my bike months ago.
Greetings. It looks like you are feeling better.
Hi. Do I know you?
You don't recognize me. We met at the library a while back.
Oh, right. The librarian guy. No offense, buddy, but, what are you doing in what will soon cease to be my hospital room?
I apologize for barging in. I should properly introduce myself. I am Tom Ward, but you may know me as T.
Oh, You're the guy. You left me all those notes.
Yes. For reasons I cannot explain, I felt that a subtle approach was safer for both of us. However, given what happened to you and your late friend, the stakes are getting too high, so I'd like to propose an alliance.
An alliance? Why? Who are you? Have you been stalking me?
Who I am is not an easy question to answer, but I'll say this. Much like yourself, I have a score to settle with the Soothsayer.
That's so? What kind of score?
An immeasurable one. Everything was taken from me. My life was destroyed. I was enslaved.
Enslaved? Were you tied up in a creepy serial killer dungeon, or what?
Not quite. There is a malevolence hiding behind the Soothsayer. This evil found me at my lowest point, forcing me into bondage.
Are you saying that the Soothsayer is doing the bidding of someone else?
Yes. I also believe that the conjunction tomorrow will be instrumental to their plans.
Huh? What plans? What conjunction?
As for their plans, I don't know for sure, but I'm certain that the murders serve a specific purpose. The conjunction I speak of is when Saturn and Venus meet in the sky. It's the first such occurrence in over 80 years. Some believe that this event is charged with, esoteric potency.
Uh-huh. I think I've heard enough.
You don't believe me. I feared as much. Very well. I will pursue the Soothsayer on my own. Perhaps our paths will cross again.
Yeah, you do that. See you, buddy. There was something really off about that guy.
Hey, what'd I miss? Who was that man?
No one, just some creepy weirdo.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. I'm ready to head out. Let's go.
Okie dokie.
So, yeah, that about sums it up.
Wow, what a wild case. What will you do next?
The Chief Ranger should be back now, so I think I'll go talk to him about Cooper.
Yeah. It must be dangerous to confront Cooper himself, though, if he is who you think he is.
Yes. Before I go anywhere near him, I should retrieve Lucas's gun. I wasn't kept under police surveillance at the hospital, so the cops couldn't have found it yet. It must still be somewhere around the crash site.
Then there's Longhorn PI, right? Maybe Lucas left some things behind?
Assuming the cops haven't ransacked the place, yes. But good idea. I should check there sooner rather than later.
How can I help with all of this then?
Well, there's the cell phone that I found in Faith Cyrene's apartment. Passcode protected. Maybe you could do something with that?
You bet. I'll have that cracked in no time.
Great. Guess we have a plan then. Meet up here tonight?
Okie dokie.
Can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure. What's up?
What's your take on the Soothsayer?
They're sick, whoever they are. I don't want to understand them. I just want to stop them from hurting any more people.
So, Deborah Sinclair, how do you think she ended up crossing paths with the Soothsayer?
I don't know, but the cabin had no signs of a break-in, right? She probably trusted her killer.
Most likely, yeah. What do you think about Jane Doe, the burned woman?
Oh, what an agonizing death. It makes me wonder if the Soothsayer had some kind of personal vendetta against her.
It's possible. The other murders were relatively quick and clean in comparison, weren't they?
Yeah, quite a risk too, right? Doing it in a public place and everything?
Good point. Seems like an escalation. But then again, most serial killers grow bolder with each kill, don't they?
I guess so. In any case, learning Jane Doe's real identity should be key.
Agreed. What's your theory on the Deacon?
Reverend Winters said that he set up Faith Cyrene with an apartment, right? Well, she probably got close to him just like Eric and then had him killed.
The question is how? It clearly looked like suicide by hanging.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I can't imagine how that could happen to a devout Christian like the Deacon.
What do you think happened to Eric Holloway?
From what we learned from Rachel, Faith Cyrene had her claws in him, didn't she?
Yeah. Eric was murdered on a roof too, just like Lucas. Everything points to Faith as the culprit. Any thoughts on the first victim, Rose Taylor?
Not sure, but that affair that she had with an Angstrom patient sounds suspicious, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising if this lover of hers was involved in her death. So that drug lead you mentioned ended up being quite the rabbit hole.
Oh, really? Have you been able to learn more about it?
Yeah, lots of little leads to follow up on. I'll let you know if there's anything concrete I'd like to discuss. What's your take on Rachel Wang, Eric's neighbor?
From what I know about her, she seems like a really troubled person. I hope she can get the help she needs.
How do you think Tabitha Caldwell fits into the case?
Hard to say, but everything we have on her is circumstantial, right? So she could easily be innocent in all of this.
I guess so, yeah. What are your thoughts on the Engstrom patient that Rose had a relationship with?
Well, I'd say it's an odd coincidence if it has nothing to do with her murder.
Agreed. Let's hope we can get to the bottom of who this mystery patient is soon. What's your opinion on that Phase guy?
Well, drug addicts aren't the most reliable witnesses, are they? We should probably take some of the things he told you with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that might be for the best. What do you think about Victor Cooper?
Well, from what you told me, he sounds like a dangerous person. We have to be careful if we decide to go after him.
What are your thoughts on Faith Cyrene?
Well, she must be a ruthless woman, butchering Lucas like that.
I'm guessing it wasn't her first kill. She knew several of the murder victims, and even if she didn't take them out personally, she's gotta be a major accessory.
Probably, yeah. I wonder who's in charge, though. Is Faith Cyrene calling the shots, or is it the ranger guy?
Good question. It could even be someone else entirely. I don't think we know enough to say for sure. Look what Meadow gave me.
Good call. I can imagine your chakras are quite out of whack.
Ha.
Oh, I wish they would give me...
Ouch. Hang it.
Yeah, I would hope... Wow, is that it?
Yep. The Soothsayer used one just like this.
The doctor gave you those?
Yep. I meant to take them if my head injury acts up. I don't want to show that to her. I don't want to show that to her. All right, that's all.
Okie dokie.
Nah, I'll let her sleep in peace.
Hey, it's me, Josh. I heard you woke up and left. I just wanted to let you know that, things don't look good for you with Mr. Longhorn. He had a lot of friends here, and everyone's looking for a scapegoat. I've been trying to keep the guys off your back, but there's only so much I can do. So, yeah, I think it's in your best interest to come to the station voluntarily. It's only a matter of time until there's a warrant with your name on it. Oh, and I'm sorry about what happened before. I was in a bad place. Let's talk and clear the air when we can, okay? Bye.
That doesn't sound good.
Nope, we'll have to crank up the pace. No time to get derailed by the cops.
But wait, don't we have to work with the police to stop the killer?
Eventually, yes, but I know the cops in this town. The only way we'll get those boneheads on our side is if we give them the Soothsayer on a silver platter. There can't be a shred of doubt. And after everything that went down with Lucas, the odds aren't in our favor.
I suppose so. We better stick with the case then. Did we win?
I think so. I'd like to go home now. That's probably for the best.